And we're live.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey. How are you?
Oh, hey.
Good.
How you doing?
Hanging out, you know?
Yeah, just hanging out.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah, this is okay. Awesome.
All right.
Nice. So is it supposed to be backwards? It's mirrored.
Yeah, it sure is. Sorry, guys. Could be something to change.
Just curious.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the promotion ceremony of the Skagway High School class of 2025 and the graduation of the Skagway High School class of 2021. It is my distinct honor to introduce the first speaker this evening, Ms. Miranda Hisman.
Thank you, Dr. Cochran, and thank you all for being here. The seniors would like to welcome everybody and express our thanks. We would like to start out by thanking our school board. They've been advocating for us as students before we can even remember and have done such an amazing job at that. Next, we'd like to thank our hardworking advisor, Heather. Thank you for taking on the big task of class advisor. None of this would have been possible without her. We'd also like to thank Ms. Meyer for also being an advisor of sorts. This semester, she has helped us so much with graduation and what's to come after. And I'd also like to extend that thanks to all the other teachers who have helped us get to where we are now. Thank you for always looking out for us. Although the people involved in our academic careers thus far have been incredibly helpful, we of course can't forget the people that have always been here for us since before we were even born, our parents and family. Thank you for always pushing us to do our best and teaching us some of the most important lessons in life. We can't express our gratitude and appreciation enough. Lastly, we'd like to extend our thanks to this community and our friends as a whole. Over the years, we have been incredibly supported by you all, and we cannot express our thanks enough for not only being here for us throughout the years, but now also meeting us at the finish line and celebrating this incredible moment with us. This community is home, and we could not be more proud to be Skagwegians. And I personally would like to give one last thanks to my other family, my classmates. Thank you, Silas, Peyton, Ash, Jackson, and Michaela, for just being here at the right time and the right place. I love you guys. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker. We've invited an incredibly talented English teacher, author, and occasional rapper. So without further ado, we welcome Ken Fielding.
First, I want to apologize. I usually put on a suit for graduation. There's a few things that happened today that just sort of shook some of my beliefs, and so I've been like sick most of the day. I do also apologize that I usually practice this about 4,000 times. I was still making edits when I actually had to build some stuff today. So if you see me like pausing to edit as I read, that's the reason why. See if I can get through this. Let's talk about separation, dance during graduation, teachers on vacation, relaxation, celebration. On the 8th day of creation, at the radio station, during the resuscitation, someone said, the devil invented school. Yes, the devil invented school. Get this, punish the kids. Punish all the kids. Brainwash them. Get them to do homework every night. Even if the homework has nothing to do with what they're learning in class. Make them take finals. Yeah, laugh as they take finals. What a funny joke, right, finals? Yes, Peyton, you need to know everything we learned this past year and the stuff we didn't get to cover because we ran out of time. No whining. Smack them if they don't succeed. Johnny, don't you come home with no D. I'll beat you like it was the Middle Ages. Don't make me go Beowulf on you. If they go out for athletics, make them run. Yes, Tessa, I know this is table tennis. Go run 5 miles. And no whining. Tomorrow we're doing hills. Make them love the American president like a deity. It doesn't matter if that president committed a crime. Even Nixon gave us Title IX and the EPA. Make them take math. Math will make them cry. Math will make them wish bad things on their parents. Just think of a 50,000-pound redwood tree falling on a parked station wagon. That's what math does to kids. Make them read books they won't understand. Ask them questions that make no sense. What is the meaning of God in this title? Tell them everything is a symbol. Cars are symbols. The green light is a symbol. Barbie is a symbol of white privilege. The school bus is a prison bus. Tell them climate change will kill the human race in 30 years if they don't find a way to stop it. School will give kids a purpose. Sports, academics, rebellion, saving the world, reasons to stop others. We got to be better, we got to be better, we got to be better than someone else, than everyone else, than Haynes at least. You got to beat somebody. You got to beat somebody into submission. High school is transition. No glory but in winning, getting straight A's and getting away with it, whatever it is. Nixon bombed Cambodia, Trump built the wall, and Biden is sending schools to community college, sending students to community college. Graduation, relaxation, no such thing as vacation in the grown-up world. We too cool, we like school, swim the pool, act the fool, be the mule, be the mule, be the mule, be the mule. The world is slightly bizarre and unforgiving. My high school coach, basketball coach, believed in defense, tight defense, man-to-man defense. And he used to say to us, if the man you're guarding has a girlfriend and he goes over to her house, you go with him and tell her that now she has 2 boyfriends. This was like a mantra to him. Defense is about getting personal. You guard your man so tightly that he suffocates, that he will give up basketball in order to have some privacy. All right. Sorry about that. That was supposed to be funny. Peyton actually told me to be funny. I said, Peyton, if I want to be funny, I'll read your test answers to my graduation speech. But Peyton also told me to burn the students. I mean, she said, Fielding, burn the graduates. I said, Peyton, how big of a fire do you want? Your class has given me so much material that I will make the wildfires in California look like a match flame. Actually, this is one of the strangest classes. This is the strangest class I have ever taught, period. There is not a class close. There's so many students that came in and out of this class. Taylor, Gavin, Francis, Devin, even Isaiah and Isaac. The class's favorite book in English unanimously was Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, which they nicknamed 50 Shades of Gawain. There are beheadings, there are green giants, even headless green giants. There are bedroom scenes, brutal hunting scenes which parallel the bedroom scenes, mirror the bedroom scenes as there are 2 hunts actually going on. And it has 2 guys kissing. But the real theme about the book was faith and temptation and human fallibility. And it raises questions about how a person should approach life. Do we take life too seriously? Is life a game? This is also the class that gave the school the bros. Also gave rise to the anti-bros. And the discussion about whether life would be better as a video game. It's also the class that raised questions in the writing about the importance of understanding suicide and suicide prevention and women and minorities equalities, about body stereotypes and acknowledgments of the multiple levels of gender. When I think of this class, I think really of Devin as the symbol. Esty made some Filipino food for Devin's family back in December. And Devin quickly texted, Fielding, oh my God. He spelled it out. He didn't say OMG, he actually spelled it out. This food is amazing. I might have to go running to work it off. Just kidding, I'm never going running. Tell your wife thank you and tell her I need the recipe. Now, this was one of the most heartfelt texts I've received from a student. And his mother had just died. At the same time, I was thinking, this is the most he's written in 2 years. That kind of symbolizes this class, that dichotomy that they had. It can be very heartfelt and very frustrating at the same time. So let me say a few words about each of these students on stage. When Peyton was a freshman, she came into my classroom on the first day and said, I've only read 3 books in my life. I don't like writing. I'm not my sister. And I'm never going to college, so why should I care? This is your valedictorian. Earlier this year, I had a dream that Peyton hit me with a car. It was really a bizarre dream. So a few days later, she actually asked me for a letter of recommendation. And so this is what I wrote. I had a dream that Peyton ran me with her car as I was jogging around Skagway. And as I tried to get up from the ground, she rolled down her window and demanded that I write her a recommendation, or else I would never be able to run in peace again. Spit flew from her mouth as she said this, her eyes wild like a snowstorm. Fielding, I will run over you like roadkill. I admit that this is a reoccurring dream. Peyton is like 6'10" with muscles like trees. So I find myself today writing this letter, perhaps out of fear, perhaps because I see her car outside my house window, perhaps because she also has a bonfire flaming outside and she's cooking something that looks like possum. And every now and then she honks her horn and screams, "Fielding, you better be reading my letter!" Anyway, I've known Peyton for far too long. And if she wants to come to your university or she asks you for money, you better do it. Or she might show up at your house and she might have a knife. Peyton, I hope you know that that's the best compliment I can give you. I mean, coming from me, that's actually a compliment. Silas, Silas seems really quiet, and he is really quiet. And I realize he refused to speak today. Silas, I hope you know that I would have paid you money to speak. Not because I want to hear you speak, but I actually think you have something important to say. Note that 2 years ago, before all this COVID stuff happened, Silas actually outdebated his entire class. You probably don't think of Silas as a debater, but he did. And this is a class with Taylor, Ariza, Peyton, and others. And out of this huge class, you had Silas and Gavin actually in the finals. And Silas was articulate and passionate and fun. I honestly don't quite remember right now what the debate was on. I will admit that COVID has sort of blocked some memories of the past. But I remember being proud that Silas had things to say. He was commanding. And he also didn't have Mocha to help write the speeches, which Gavin did. The other thing I want to tell you about Silas is he with Danny Brady, who's here somewhere, Wyatt Bilal, and Gavin, he owns the Skagway 4x400 record. Two things about this record. One, we don't have a track. We have to run circles around the school at distances that are roughly 600 yards. And two, they broke a record that was held by Mickey Wilson, Quinn Weber, Ian Klupart, and John Dolan. I have 3 of those individuals on my Yukon River Quest because they're that good. It's a record that I don't foresee being broken anytime in the near future. Jackson. Jackson hasn't been here long, but here's what I can tell you about him. 1, he is the most improved writer in the entire high school. He's worked hard to develop his writing and to improve his grades. He was the only senior to skip senior skip day and attend a review session. He also outperformed his entire senior class on final exams in English. And I actually have in my notes to hand you something here. But, Jackson actually missed the award ceremony. I did ask him where he was going, but I want to make sure he got that in front of people because, Jackson, I think you should really be proud of your achievements in school. I mean, if I had 6 more months with you, I think I could turn you into an academic superstar. I'm serious. Jackson also has some interesting stories about Taco Bell that he wrote in one of his personal narratives. Jackson, I don't know how long I could last the job where people order food at late hours and say the dumbest things, possibly under the influence. But so you have more patience than I do. And you have been a wonderful addition to my class and to the school since you've been here. Ashlyn, I want you to know that I have learned a great deal of things from you. You've taught me about the multiple layers of pronouns and about the various types of discrimination that exist within, our community and within society in general. You can be brave and outspoken, and you have written one of the best essays on gender that I've ever read. I've attempted for years to get Ashlyn to join TDF because she has views and experience and perception that needs to be voiced. I'm proud to have taught her and proud when she has shown me works, ideas, thoughts, feelings, things that matter to her. Ashlyn, I hope you continue your education. And please know that the world needs people like you and needs your voice. Loretta probably is one of the most gifted and outspoken students I have ever taught. And I would actually like to read the conclusion to an essay she wrote last year in 1984. This is a writer's words. One of the most common themes in dystopic novels is the reduced rights of women. One of the most popular and well-known dystopic novels is 1984, in which women are reduced to being baby makers and have low roles in every aspect of society. They're taught to be lustless and not allowed to have pleasure. This is shown from Winston's marriage, which is dissatisfying all around, and by the marriages in general in this society. It is then shown from the porno sex department, where women write pornographic material because they are supposedly can't be corrupted due to their non-existent sex drives. Lastly, this theme is shown by the anti-sex ladies and how the promotion of celibacy targets women specifically. It is clear that women are more harshly targeted in dystopic novels in general. But why? When it's a male-dominated society, why would women need to be targeted when they are already reduced to lower levels of life? The answer is that when a woman can love and be lustful and openly sexual, she becomes powerful within herself. When there is no shame and we are confident, we are unstoppable. Right, I wanted to, I had a variety of endings here. I want to go with the safest one. This is a poem written by my best friend, actually Callie's godfather. It's called On Value. I predict that the impact of my coming and going will never fully be known, and that in all explanations, the enterprise of this humble venture into the common market, the value of this view from my green window, the degraded nostalgia of the stars, the village of weeds by the cornerstone. The simplest things are meaningless. The bough of the thick tree can break and fall without consequence and deteriorate from the muck. Complexities do not move us in fascination. On the road, in its own time and place, that is country and leaf, that is wild dog and stray cat, that is the hilltop, the south, looking 1,000 feet down into the city, the soil city, the frolic city. The people in their lives and their careers, their tags, their fashions, and their styles of cars, they too must know, must understand it always, the meaning of their lives. For to say that the horsefly, whose bite is like a driven nail, has significance. For to find pleasure in the waterman, who is bitter as stale wine, when he visits to fill my cistern. Then what miseries must we get bogged down in? Or what beauty was out? But the poem is one of those poems about the importance, the value of everything around us, every moment. You know, everything has value if we actually look at it as value. And not to take anything, you know, even the simplest things, not to take anything for granted. And I hope all of you, as you leave Skagway or your Skagway school, that you realize there are so many beautiful things in this world, so many beautiful people, so many beautiful things in nature, so many beautiful things within yourself. I hope you realize that and just take a moment to value everything that you experience. Thank you.
Now it's time for our valedictorian address. I'd like to welcome Peyton Miller.
Okay, I didn't know how to start this, so I'm going to keep it brief because I'm shaking and it's going to get worse. Okay, things have been absolutely crazy over this past year. All of you have lived it. We, the people on the stage, all of you, saw how the seniors graduated last year. I'm confident in saying that I wasn't the only one thinking then that it would pass and the class of 2021 would end up having a normal senior year and a normal graduation. The masks and hand sanitizer and 6 feet apart at all times and no more toilet paper very quickly became our reality. The first shelter-in-place order was put in a week before spring break, our junior year, last school year. We were happy. No COVID necessarily on our radars. It wasn't really relevant to us in the last minute. An extra week of spring break? Yes, please. But things didn't stay that way. COVID put a damper on the senior class of 2020, and it almost did the same thing to us, but we did it. I'm sure some of us, I know it's cliche, but I know some of us never thought we'd make it to this stage. Well, maybe not this stage, but you know what I mean. We made it to a stage, and we made it through all 4 years of high school. Through failing multiple English tests and turning in our math notebooks a week late and less than completed, we all managed to pass our classes. I wouldn't have known that we all did it without seeing every one of them today. I'll start with Jackson. Jackson Payne, you haven't been here very long, but you're definitely quick to answer anything with a witty comment. I haven't had much senior bonding time as we only had 2 classes this year. But however, I'm glad you chose to graduate with our little group here in Skagway. Jackson is planning on working in customer service, building his way up the career ladder in that line of work. He plans to go to college a few years in the future. Ash has been here since freshman year. They have always been independent. They're very outspoken and brave. Ash is artistic and very musically inclined. They're planning to work in Skagway to earn money with the goal of moving out of Alaska. Ash enjoys working in retail and hopes to further their career learning more about the business. Okay, now I've known Arada since I walked into preschool. She is one of the strongest people I know. She moved towns and schools her senior year, and I know if I attempted that, I may not have graduated, let alone taken dual enrollment classes for a leg up in college. Arada plans on moving to Juneau to work and save up her money to allow her to go to college. She will be attending the University of Houston and majoring in biology. She will then pursue a Bachelor's of Science in dental hygiene. Oh boy, time for Silas. Silas moved to Skagway when we were in 4th grade. I was assigned to show him and his sister around the classroom. 4th and 5th grades were combined at the time. I thought Silas was a girl's name, and I saw a boy and a girl walk through the door. So I thought that the girl was Silas and the boy was Eliza. And I also was bald after a lice outbreak and wearing a polka dot pink dress. Great first impression. I ended up showing them around, and I eventually learned their names. Silas plans on staying in Skagway for the summer, working for the city, and in the fall he will be doing basketball overseas. Well, on to me. I plan on moving to Sitka to work for the summer and taking part-time classes through the UAS campus there in the fall. I will be taking a job as a nanny, hoping to expand my education and knowledge on early childhood development. I will definitely be back to visit Skagway, but I'm so excited for this new chapter of my life. Next is the dreaded advice to the 8th graders.
There will not be a single part of this that isn't cliche, but here it goes. High school literally flew by so fast. You all knew I was going to say that. Well, I have horrible memories, so I don't remember when I was in 8th grade, but trust me, the glow up will happen, both in appearance and intelligence. At least, I hope so, but that's definitely up to you. Pay attention in your classes and try your very best. Please don't forget to have fun. I won't be the only one to tell you this, but do your dang homework. Find a way to do it so it doesn't feel like torture in your brain, keeping you up all night. Set your priorities straight, listen to your parents forever, and if you stop listening, at least hear them. Most of the time, they know what they're talking about. Trust me on that one. All of us seniors are about to embark on the craziest, scariest, most exciting adventure yet. And if you guys will be here, one of you may be giving this exact speech to your younger siblings, just as I'm doing to Landon over here. Yeah, I told you I'd embarrass you. Anyways, 8th graders, good luck. And to the parents, grandparents, mentors, siblings, cousins, pets, friends, and especially our class advisor, my mother, Heather Rode, thank you so much for supporting us all and helping us through the tough times and laughing with us at the best times. We are all so grateful for this community and all of the love we've received all these years. It's time for roses. I hope you have your tissues handy. Cue the music. Thank you, everyone.
Was a quick, wet boy diving too deep. Cleanse all of your stream. Bright eyes wide on my plastic toys, and when the cops closed the fair, I cut my lawn. Baby hair stole me a dog. Called for you every year. Have I found you? Flying last bird, lost you.
Trying to make people
Now I'm a fat house cat, nursing my soul, blunt tongue, watching the warm poison rats curl through the white fence cracks, kissing on magazine photos, those fish and lures thrown in the cold and clean blood of Christ mountain stream. Have I found you? Flying whisper, brown hair, bleed, and I lost you. Broken down, stood going
Are they singing in here? I have no idea. It's not this. Yes, I think
I was a quick, wet boy diving to deep for coins all of your strength. Bright eyes wide on my plastic toys, and when the cops closed the fair, I cut my lawn, baby, stole me down. Called for you. Have I found you? Fly whisper, kill us. We then lost you.
All right, now it's time for the promotion diplomas for the class of 2025. If I can get the class 2025 to rise, please. Evelyn Gabrielle Forst. Kennedy Lynn Cox. Calvin Lloyd Miller. Landon James Lamar Roden. Caitlin Lena Trondheim. Elizabeth Grace Wentz. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Skagway High School graduating class of 2025.
yeah.
All right, now for the class of 2021. Peyton Samantha Roden. Silas Kendall Rusty Myers. Ashlyn Victoria Parkerson. Jackson Lee Payne. Radha Olga Hisman. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Skagway High School graduating class of 2021. Just to close out, on behalf of the class of 2021 and 2025, I want to thank all of you for coming out today. Also, some thank yous again to Heather Rodig, Vivian Meyer, Joe and Cindy Rao for coordinating the sound, the Skagway Arts Council for allowing us to use their equipment. Just some logistics here. We've got the senior and 8th grade boxes right along the side here. So if you've got cards or gifts or anything like that, they can go right there. There's going to be a couple of photo opportunities after the classes leave on the grassy knoll over here, the background up here. Please make sure that you find a good spot for the parade. We're going to be coming out of here We're going to go down Main Street, past the school, take a left down towards Broadway, and finish at the Fairchild. But again, thank you so much for coming out tonight.
Comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Darling, with me. It's